Welcome to the graduation of Wayland High School's class of 2022. Please rise for the national anthem. Where is it? Sung by Bella Batts.
Where's the flag? Oh, that way.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. And now we will have a musical selection by the Wayland Brass Quintet. Thank you. Now, my name is Andrew Zhao, and I've had the genuine pleasure of serving as the class president for the class of 2022 these past 4 years. First, I'd like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank parents, particularly my own, teachers, administrators, and other staff members who have made it possible for us to be here today. Your contributions of support have had a significant impact on all of our accomplishments. To the class of 2022, congratulations. This is truly quite the achievement. You've all become talented, brilliant, and respected people I've had the pleasure to be among these past 4 years. Be proud that your hard work and dedication has paid off. Through these past few weeks, I've learned that the task of writing a speech for graduation is no easy feat. As I'm sure my other classmates who have prepared speeches for today have come to realize, it is difficult to perform a piece of writing parallel to the magnitude of an event like graduation. But as I was writing this speech, one thought kept persisting in the back of my mind. How do I define our 4 years at Wayland High School? I began by taking a few moments to think about what defined my own years in high school. Was it selling mattresses as a fundraiser? Now, in my defense, it worked out, and I didn't look half bad in a mattress costume. Or was it the rap I threw together for an election video? It would have been good to know that I was running unopposed before I performed some great rhymes. Also, shout out to Miss Barber for deleting our old emails because that video will never resurface. Now, we've all had our moments through the years. Incredible academic achievements, great athletic championships, and some wonderful events together as a class. Nonetheless, it seems that our past few years have been overshadowed by the pandemic. Our high school experience can be simply defined by getting through COVID. Now, growing up, my dad was the parent that had a lesson for every little moment. It's safe to say that I barely acknowledge these lessons. Most went in one ear and straight out the other. However, one lesson stood out from the others. You are as good as you will be. After each win in soccer, every little accomplishment, he would say those words. You are as good as you will be. I always complained to him when he said these words because as an 8-year-old coming home from a 5-0 win, those are the last things I want to hear. And at first glance, they seem pretty pessimistic. I'm as good as I will be. I won't get any better. It has taken me 18 years to understand and appreciate what he meant. My dad ingrained those words in me because the worst thing you can do after any achievement is to become complacent. Because once you become complacent, you truly are only as good as you will be. You are defined by what you have done, so you have to be the one to go out there and move forward. You have to find your next step in defining yourself. We have been given a unique opportunity to redefine ourselves beyond just solely surviving a pandemic. We are a class filled with future engineers, astrophysicists, writers, and even world leaders. Do not let yourself be defined by the pandemic. As I had mentioned in the beginning, graduating is quite the achievement, but it is still just a milestone in our great journey forward. We have much more to accomplish down the road, so make sure you are defined by what you want to achieve. Thank you. And next, we'll have Gary Ortega with his remarks.
Before I give my speech, I would like to shout out my friend Jason Luke, who was an amazing friend to me during not only the past 4 years, but before, since middle school, where we tried to get all our signatures on our yearbook. And also when we played Uno that one time. All right. Hello, parents, family members, WHS staff, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2022. My name is Gary Ortega, initials G.O., an almost graduate of Wayland High, soon to be freshman at Mass Maritime Academy, brother to an incoming freshman, and son of my reliable and hardworking Bolivian father and Cape Verdean mother. But enough about me. All of you came here to celebrate the end of an era and the start of a shining and unclear future. Of course, with such an important moment comes excitement, worry, and of course, nostalgia. Nostalgia for wonderful times as a child, with friends, having fun during recess on field trips, playing games with or against one another. All the smiles and joy while living in the moment over the course of many years, adding memory to memory, from elementary through middle and into high school, all leading to the precipice, today. But maybe those feelings of nostalgia are outweighed by the nervousness, the uncertainty of tomorrow. For me, this is true. It's natural to feel fear, but we cannot let it control us. That's why I'm up here right now, because even though I'm terrified, I feel I'm obligated to say this. You have the ability to be fearless. The ability allows you, despite the unknown, despite all the troubles, to take a step forward. We must have the initiative to grasp and use this ability to our advantage, which is funny because that's what being fearless is about, no? So let us not forget Wayland High School's mission, to provide students with the environment they need to grow. I can say with absolute certainty, it has provided me with every single opportunity I could need. And while I can't speak for every student, without this school, without the people here, I fear most that I would have missed out on such a chance. So I'm grateful to my teachers, who worked hours and more hours to help us, standing with us even when they weren't compensated nearly enough. Some of them were unfortunate enough to have to deal with me, and to them I give my apologies for my weirdness. I'm thankful for my parents who gave me life and way more than just that. I'm thankful for all of you, my peers, who made this wild ride not so lonely. So let's get going. Forward and fearless.
Thank you, Gary. And now we have Lauren Grant Lubin with her remarks.
Okay. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to offer greetings to Superintendent Dr. Easy, school committee members, Principal Dr. Mizuguchi, my MECO Director, Dr. Lang, MECO Coordinator, Mr. Lydell, teachers, my parents, fellow classmates, your parents, and friends gathered here today. Additionally, I'd like to thank the committee members who selected me to speak. I'd just like to start by saying it's really crazy how time has flown and we're all graduating today. I still remember the start of our freshman year as if it was yesterday. And I am sure that other classmates gathered here today can relate when I say that freshman year was difficult. And it was difficult for a variety of reasons, being new to Wayland High School, adjusting to an environment that was unfamiliar, not knowing what to expect academically, and striving to obtain good grades. Trying to create new friendships while maintaining ones from middle school was not an easy task either. However, we pushed through and made it to the end of our high school careers, and for those reasons, we should be proud. Many of you remember former assistant principal, Mr. Nocito. I mention him because early on in our freshman year, he told me, "These grades do not reflect a good student." And although these words were initially hard for me to hear, I eventually allowed these same words to help me become the academically driven student I am today. However, I would be lying if I stood before everyone today without mentioning that despite these words, I still experienced some self-doubt and discouragement about my grades at Wayland High School. Despite these experiences, I had some great support systems. In addition to my family, there have been multiple teachers and staff who have supported me throughout my high school experience. My guidance counselor, Mr. Buffa, was always there to help me with my courses, and there were teachers like Miss Bracken and Miss Lehman who were always there to give me words of encouragement and were my loudest cheerleaders when I accomplished a personal or academic goal. To use a metaphor, teachers and staff in Wayland High School are like the can openers to students' sealed potential. They have helped us all in one way or another to uncover our talents and untapped interests. They believe in us, and they open up our potential. Fellow classmates, please stand, look at a teacher or administrator, and give them a round of applause. Thank you, classmates, for participating in a collective thank you for our teachers and administrators. Another important aspect of Wayland High School for me and shared by 7 others is our participation in the MECO program. For us, there were additional responsibilities that came when our parents enrolled us. Waking up very early each morning and getting home late, only then to complete homework, was demanding and difficult. For some of us, it took some time to figure out a schedule that worked. I personally had to constantly plan ahead to accomplish my goals, good grades being most important, and occasionally opted out of certain student activities simply because the long commute that awaited me to get home. Additionally, for some classmates who lived in Wayland, little information is actually known about MECO, beyond it being a voluntary desegregation busing program. But MECO is much more than just a busing program. It's an educational movement with deep roots in civil rights that provides equitable educational opportunities for people of color in Boston. It's important to share that Wayland is one of the longest MECO partner districts dating back to 1968. And like previous Boston resident students who came before my fellow MECO students and myself, our lives will forever be changed due to this educational opportunity we share. Participation in the MECO program has given me the confidence to apply and thankfully be admitted to the Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, where I will enroll this fall. I will enroll this fall in a dual BA Master of Physician's Assistant program. I am sharing this information with you not to brag about my accomplishment, but to say that it's because of my experiences in Wayland, stemming back to the words that I shared with you from Mr. Nocito, coupled with the encouragement from teachers, families, and Wayland friends, and fellow MECO classmates, that fueled my desire to aim high and to challenge myself academically, and to not allow setbacks or discouragement to hinder me from reaching my goals. So to my fellow MECO students graduating today, we may be small in number, but we are mighty in a long history dating back to 1968 in Wayland. And we are wiser because of this difficult journey we had to traverse between different communities for our education. I am so proud in each and every one of you. Congratulations. And to my fellow classmates who have gathered here today, and to those that could not be in attendance, I offer these words of advice. Never limit your possibilities. Dream big and reach for the stars. We made it through Wayland, and whatever your post-Wayland plan is, make sure it entails leading with dignity, honor, and self-determination. Whatever you want to become, whether it's a doctor or a teacher or a lawyer or a business owner or an author or an engineer, remember that Wayland High School has set the foundation for you to start on this path. It was at Wayland High School we gained a top-notch education, and we are prepared for whatever our next chapter takes us. I realize that not every person's time in Wayland has been great, but I hope that you can find one part of your stay here that's truly memorable. Hold on to that moment, and let that experience serve as your guiding light. Let me conclude my speech by leaving you with a quote from former President of South Africa, Nelson Mandela. A winner is a dreamer that never gives up. We are all winners. Thank you for listening, and I wish you success on all of your endeavors. We did it.
Thank you, Lauren. And now we'll have June Kim give her remarks.
Good evening. As a child, I had all of the most common allergies: milk, eggs, peanuts, and weirder ones like kiwi, beef, and strawberries. Some of my strongest childhood memories are of lying on the couch or in the back seat of the car on the verge of throwing up after accidentally eating something with sesame seeds or pine nuts. I mentioned my allergies not to elicit pity. After many years, I've outgrown most of them. And with this change, I've realized how easy it is to forget. Last fall, I was so excited to host a cross-country team dinner. I had all the necessary arrangements: the fire pit, the badminton net, the trampoline. Only after I had ordered the pizza did I realize that several members of the team couldn't eat dairy. I had only begun eating cheese a couple years before, and yet I had already forgotten the embarrassment of my family leaving restaurants when I couldn't eat anything on the menu, the isolation of being the only one unable to have the birthday cake. This human flaw, this swift loss of memory, is so common. Another example: freshman year, my friends and I often struggled to find enough seats in the freshman section of the Commons. Frequently, a few of us had to stand up for everyone to fit. But just 3 years later, our class is furious at the underclassmen who take the senior tables, although our anger is, of course, justified. Similarly, for those of us who have our licenses, it's easy to take for granted the freedom to drive to the mall for lunch or to the beach for senior skip day and forget the boredom of the long hours of driver's ed. It is easy to forget those lonely, friendless classes in which you studied and worked on projects alone when you're in a class with your closest friends. And these matters are relatively trivial. Childhood frustrations fade in comparison to the adult world of discrimination and inequities. It is easy to forget. It is easy to forget injustices we no longer face, and that much easier to forget the injustices we have never personally faced. Often, the problem arises not from a lack of sympathy, but rather from a lack of thought. Through attending Wayland High School, we have been given so much privilege. Very few public schools have such a beautiful campus, such an exceptional fine arts program, such dedicated teachers. It is easy to forget that we have gotten this far not solely through our own merit, but also through the sacrifices of others. It is easy to look out only for ourselves and our friends, to forget that others have needs and emotions. So, remember to support those who have not had the same opportunities we have had. Remember to be grateful for everything you have achieved, because you can never have done those things alone. Remember to look away from your own success occasionally and see how you are impacting the people around you. Remember that you have the power to do good in the lives of others. Thank you for your time, and thank you for the last 4 years.
Thank you, June. And now we will hear remarks from Mr. Chris Ryan, the chair of our school committee.
Good evening. Thank you for taking 2 minutes to let me share some remarks. Class of 2022. This is a unique class. High school started as being pretty typical, and then sophomore year, everything changed for you guys. School was remote, sports and activities had limitations, your usual hangouts may have closed, and unbelievably, the words social distancing and high school were used in the same sentence. You missed a lot, and there were a lot of changes, but there's a silver lining in all of this. You are the most resilient group of graduates. Whether your future is going to be continuing education, working, volunteering, or something else, your resilience will be one of your greatest assets. On behalf of the school committee, congratulations and stay strong. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Mizuguchi. Thank you.
How are we doing, everyone? Great. I am great, and you look beautiful from up here. Just beautiful. So, good evening, families, community members, colleagues, and guests. Thank you so much for joining us on this graduation day. And to our graduates, the great class of 2022, congratulations on this momentous occasion. So we took a chance on the weather today, and I'm so glad that we did. In many ways, the sun peeking through the clouds is a fitting metaphor for the last 4 years. What all of you have achieved through some very cloudy and challenging times is nothing short of inspirational. Today, you are the warmth, you are the sun that brings us joy, and we are so very proud of you. On behalf of your teachers, counselors, administrators, and every staff member in the Wayland Public Schools who had the opportunity to know you and support you, many of whom are here today, I give you my very best wishes as you journey from Wayland High School into your magnificent and wide open futures. Today, my role is to present you, the class of 2022, to our superintendent, Dr. Easy, and to promise and certify that all of you have completed the requirements to rightfully earn your Wayland High School diploma. I am very happy to say, with confidence, that each of you has done so, and that you have given us something more. A sense of hope, a sense of joy and optimism for the future. Although there is no graduation requirement that you must persevere through a worldwide pandemic for more than half of your high school career, you have all checked that box as well. Seniors, it is also my role at today's ceremony to tell our guests about who you are as a class, since I have had the distinct privilege of knowing you as one of your administrators. Partly like a doting parent, partly like an adoring fan, I have watched you for 4 years and have come to admire you like few classes before you. I have watched you emerge as leaders of our school, setting a tone of both serious academic inquiry and good old-fashioned high school fun. You have enthusiastically embraced every opportunity at Wayland High School to learn and to explore, to truly stretch yourselves and prepare for the world. I have watched you dance and sing. I have watched you create stunningly beautiful music together. I have watched you pursue daring stories for WSPN and facilitate discussions on race and gender. I have admired your artwork hanging in the Fine Arts wing, and I have watched you excel and support each other when you don your Warriors uniforms. Guests here should know that you are an immensely talented class, and not just for the things that are visible. Yes, you have earned Pacemaker Awards in journalism, All-State Festival recognitions in music, league, sectional, and state championships in sports. New England honors for math team and robotics, state honors for the debate team. The list goes on and on and on. But what about the accomplishments that aren't visible or manifested in a plaque or certificate? Here are the things that I think matter even more. You are kind people. You love to laugh. You like each other and you support each other. Even when you are having trouble parking between the lines in the senior lot, you are really, really nice about it. In addition to being kind, happy people, as your class motto proclaims, and as Gary invoked earlier, you are fearless. And I'm not talking about the blaze of glory, chest-thumping kind of fearlessness that we may conjure in our minds when we hear this word. I'm talking about a fearlessness of spirit, of not being afraid to live. In the midst of the many threats we face, COVID and sickness, injustice, climate change, violence and extremism, you all possess a joy and a desire to serve that will not be diminished. You don't view challenge as a reason to cower, but rather as a call to be our best, most authentic, and courageous selves. Speaking of service, I would like to detour from my remarks and embody this idea of service by asking Ian Patterson, Jack Cribben, and Ada Moretz to please stand. These three individuals have chosen a path in the military, and I'm so proud of your service. Thank you. We have it all in this class, right? We have it all. You are the last class at Wayland High School to have had a normal high school experience before COVID, as has been noted. Your 9th grade year must feel like forever ago. But in the time since, despite the challenge and darkness, or perhaps because of it, you have shown us how to be fearless and how to fear less. We must be ourselves, like that? Like that? We must be ourselves to influence change in this world. We must be bold and optimistic and kind. We must not be afraid to hope. And we must not be afraid to laugh and to whoop for joy, as I have heard you do many, many times. Yep, there it is. Thank you, graduates, for your hard work, for your contributions, for your joy, and for your inspiration. Dr. Easy, it is my pleasure and honor to present this class of 2022 to you. I attest that these students have successfully completed all of the requirements for a Wayland High School diploma. Moreover, they have made an indelible mark of joy, light, and fearlessness on our community, for which I am tremendously grateful. Thank you, class of 2022, and congratulations.
Thank you. All right. What a beautiful day. At one point, we thought we weren't going to have graduation today. We have to cancel. But we told the rain to stay back. Yes, we did. Because we're fearless, right? Okay. How about them Celtics, though, huh? Yeah. So, you know, graduation. What a moment, what a time. I often wonder, what would actually happen if I say I'm not accepting this class? All right, that's what I thought, right? But in actuality, though, judging from the way you guys dance, I'm not too sure. You know, I got to tell you, I was so grateful to attend your prom this year. You guys were all dressed up, and I think the senior girls wore long dresses, right? And the juniors were in shorter dresses. You guys look so adorable, honestly. And then the music starts, and I don't know what y'all were doing that you were calling dancing, but here's my advice to your parents, all right? Considering that the parents don't have to pay for high school tutor for the rest of the year, I'm going to suggest that they take that money and invest in dancing lessons before you go to college. Okay? All right. I was kidding, by the way. All right, so since this is my first graduation as your superintendent, I'm sure some of you are wondering, who is Dr. Omar Easy? Well, contrary to the rumors, I wasn't born in a manger. I was born on Mars. And I was sent here to brainwash you that I'm a superhuman. And that's real. I'm saying that because for superintendents, this day and age, you actually have to be a superhuman. There's so much that goes into being in this job, but I tell you, this fearless class of 2022 made it really easy for me, so I appreciate you. Okay. I am honored to be here at this special occasion. The importance of this day to our community and Wayland Public Schools cannot be overstated. During this occasion, we have the opportunity to recognize 11 faculty and staff who are retiring this year. So I really need your help in helping me recognize them. First, Mrs. Marie Pesatoro. Ms. Sandra Natali. Mr. Stephen Farina. Mrs. Linda Lavender. Mrs. Kathy Hodge. Ms. Hala Smith. Mrs. Ann Fratto. Mrs. Lori DeGeezy. Ms. Chris DeBona. Mrs. Leslie Bastarage. And Mr. Michael O'Connor. Thank you. So I mark this day in my calendar as a milestone, a rite of passage, a day of celebration, and most certainly a day of accomplishments for our entire school community. For all of us, this is also a time to reflect on our time together and then commence with the next chapter in your lives. I can't sum up your 4 years. I could only talk about my first with you. And I could say we have faced many formidable challenges this year. One in particular resonates as a noteworthy event. The manner in which our school community responded to a shameful humiliation of one of our student athletes during the girl basketball game this year was a defining moment regarding who we are and what we do when confronted by bigotry and prejudice. We announced that the high school here would not participate in any activities with Westford Public Schools until we feel that all of our student athletes are physically, emotionally, and socially safe. Beyond this, during this subsequent meeting, where both communities came together, our senior directly to one of my strongest convictions about public education in a democratic society. Oddly enough, my values are rooted in a national report of commission on the vision and reorganization of American secondary education. This chronicle principle of education. This was committed in 1918. This 104-year-old report wisely foresaw the serious challenges that would undermine our diverse nation. The report clearly defines two critical functions for every public schools in America. First, we are charged with a responsibility to provide an equitable opportunity for all students to fully develop his or her aptitudes, interests, and skills. The need for a student who will enter a trade immediately after high school must be considered as important as a boy or girl who will attend the most prestigious college or university. Second, the broad function of an American public high school identified by the Chronicle principles was that public schools must be scrupulous in teaching students about the importance of mutual respect, social responsibility, cooperation, fairness, equity, and teamwork. Our nation will reap the latent benefits, gifts, and talents that might otherwise never have been identified or actualized. Without that opportunity, in my young life, I would not be standing here before you. I remember I was told that I would never graduate high school, or I was told that I would never make it into college. I was told that I would never receive a master's degree, not to mention a PhD. I say that to you today because when they say no, you should look them right in the face and say, watch me, because you're fearless. We can and must make a difference in the lives of every child every day. Given the polarization, tribalism, disrespect, bigotry, violence, social unrest today, this imperative carries a renewed sense of urgency for public schools. Living in the 21st century requires the capacity to thrive in a diverse world where acceptance and collaboration with others who don't look like you is now an essential skill for our students in our society. Our school have a primary responsibility to model and teach now more than ever. A free, comprehensive public education was and must remain the means to break down barriers, provide opportunities, achieve a sense of interdependence, promote social trust, achieve independent individual competence, ensure social justice, and restore our social stability. My final word to our graduating class of 2022 is that wherever you go and whatever you do, we will be watching you. We're watching you to make a difference in this fragile world. Thank you, congratulations, and yes, I will accept the graduating class of 2022. Thank you.
So this is the moment that you've been waiting for, right? In just a moment, we'll begin the presentation of diplomas. I'd like to thank our 4 senior class executive board officers who will be announcing the names of our graduates. Our class advisors, Scott Parsagian and Jen Reed, will be helping us with the presentation as well.
start lining up? We good? Lauren Bethany Grant Lubin. June Ju-eun Kim. Gary Andrade Ortega. Victor Abalaka. Sarah Elizade Shabdiz. Alfonso Alvarez Ribeiro. Marco Giuseppe Alvino. David Arenas Escobar. Thomas Edward Balicki. Fedor Barantsev. Stepan Barantsev. Joseph Daniel Barenboim. Alexandra Elise Barron. Sophia Fotini Barris.
Joanna Marie Barrow. Kristen Louise Barrow. Isabella Mary Batts. John James Batts. Elena Rose Beard. Camille Eden Behrman. Daniel Gustave Diazon Beatty. Zachary Ivan Beatty. Zachary Ivan Bell. You rattled. Akash Ketan Buchanwala. Asher Nicholas Biddle. Benjamin Bolivar. Charles Bolivar. Dylan James Bonner. Lily Boyajian.
Don't worry. Can I go? Can I go? Andrew Stephen Boyer. Misha Olegovich Boyko. Devin Scotty Brogan. Christina Ann Brown. Good job, Christina. Jamie Sarah Burke. Thomas Francis Burke III. Kylie Ann Byrne. Nadia Isabel Calder. Sabrina Elizabeth Kalini. Alexander James Camacho. Liam Hammond Catlin. Emily Marie Chafe. Emily Gayan Chow. Ben Chen.
Dora Xian Yu Chen. Brayson Chi. Kelvin Sam Chireath. Kate Clifford. Dante Coppola. Jack Austin Cribben. Chase Robert Dallin. James Powell Danforth. Michael Mackay Davis Francis. Samuel Oscar de los Reyes. Courtney Shea DeAngelis. Gregory Walter Dealey. Marissa Rose Del Carmen. Miranda Grace Damasi.
Devin Rocco Devin DiCarlo. Harrison Pierce Dietzius. Spencer Freitas Dines. Mia Neda Jaffrey. Isabella Donovan. Jackson Brady Dressens. Joseph Hamlin Dunkelberg. Donovan Chase Edwards. Favor Chinemeram Ejims. Sophia Grace Ellenbogen. Michael Philip Fantoni. Sophia Elizabeth Fantoni. Ryan Parker Fennelly. Dana Andre Fisher.
Jacob K. Francis. Jenna Garber. Minna Ahmed Gayed. That's Jenna. Noi Geffen. Ezra Gerard Giger. Quinn May Gleason. Jonathan Michael Golden. Sharon Goldstein. Adam Joseph Goodfellow. Sean Walter Goodfellow. Skylar Jane Bonnie Gould. Sylvia Soleil Guins Grava. Phoebe Ray Greenaway. James Nicholas Grillo.
Hannah Han. Om Mohan Handa. Alexandra Patricia Harris. Catherine Margaret Hoodie. Michael Christopher Howard. Aaliyah Denali Howard Delman. Devin Edward Howe. Taylor Kaiming Shu. Ames Huang. Samantha Gabrielle Janoff. Toli Daniel J. Mariella Grace Johnson. Samantha Faith Johnson. April Calpersert.
Sam Alexander K. Catherine Wooju Kim. Alexander Vasilios Kotsimpelteris. Alexei Sergei Kravchenko. Josephine Mimi Mary Chazike. Suleiman Masudo Latif. Jose Henry Lashore. Max Austin Lewinberg. Sarah Rose Lashevsky. Angela Liu. David Xiaofang Liu. Jason Luke. Kevin Wenbo Liu. Ariel Santali Wei Ma.
Isabel Artatier Wei Ma. Caitlin Marie Mabe. Victoria Sydney Elizabeth Macaluso. Ryan Hart MacDonald. Hallie Demetra Markarian. Jillian Olivia Martin. Taylor Paige McGuire. Jordan Michelle McLeod. Leo Augustus McNulty. Lauren Rowe Medeiros. Elliot Nolan Mee. Jack Simon Melman. Alex Robert Neely. Haley Elizabeth Melvin.
Zachary Maxwell Middlestad. Aiden John Moretz. Finian Andrew Mornowek. Jacob Thivia Moser. Maeve Teresa Miles. Darren Violet Nagalingham. Alexa Jamie Newman. Louis May Noyes. Christopher James Nunn. Aiden Thomas O'Donnell. Finian Dennis O'Driscoll. Sydney Ann O'Rourke. Anjali P. Patel. Ian Daniel Patterson.
Let's go, Bobo. That's your bestie.
It's one of my besties.
Thank you.
Ella Brooke Perryman. Anastasia Ponerco. Marie Nicole Popoff. Maya Angelina Emma Powell. Lucas Kurt Praley. Nina Price. Ayan Abdul Rashid. Julia Elizabeth Raymond. Martina Riascos. William Frederick Ruland. Rehan Dino Samaratunga. Hetvi K. Savalia. Jasper Wolf Schurz. Luciano Edere Sebastianelli.
Andrew William Schiffler. Jason Shu. Toby Simmons. Savi Singh. Eleni Conte Sivers. Cassidy Reese Slater. Ariel Sousa. Emily Marie Stady. Grace Tingley Stevenson. Shane Elijah Alex Sutton. Madiha Masroor Sayada. Lucas Kylan Kynes Tang. Rosemary Lynn Taryn. Japheth Buchanan Theobald.
Lucas Edwin Thompson. Caroline Yesing Ting. Liliana Christine Toby. Alexandra Torres. Reed Carlos Vanzlet. Isabel Wong. Siebert Channing Wang. Nora Naz Ward. Julia Rose Wegerbauer. Cassandra Anjali White.
Donald Cada Williams. Eric Tang Ji. Angela Justine Yan. Lily Chen Yu. Yulia Maria Yusechko. Jonathan Zhang. Joshua Xuen Zhang. Kevin Edward Zhao. Ashley Hua Zhu.
Garrett Cole Spooner. Congrats, man. Megan Gayung Chow. Nina Gao Lei.
And Andrew Wenquin Zhao.
Graduates, if you would please rise. Sorry. So first of all, I'd like to present to our community the incredible graduated class of 2022. Well done, all of you. You may have noticed in your diploma that there is an individualized note to each of you from one of the many staff members whom you have impacted during your time here. I hope that you keep that as a memory of how much we adore you and appreciate all of your contributions. Graduates, if you could please indicate your graduated status by moving your tassel from the right to the left. And I want to wish you a wonderful congratulatory note from all of us. Congratulations. We'll strike up the band.